So, in our journey in moving you forward so that you can experience the best performance of your life, I want to talk to you about house cleaning. But in our example, it's going to be temple cleaning, right? Right. So, look, and before I get into it any deeper, I have to make a disclaimer. This is not about treating any diseases. We're not diagnosing. We're not doing any of those things. But I am going to submit to you suggestions. And with the suggestions, I am also going to follow up with recommendations of things I think would best suit you regarding the suggestions that I make. Now, this is quite pretty broad spectrum, but I think we all live in the same world. Certainly in this area, we are all subjected to the same things. So I feel very comfortable in stating that there are three areas in your temple cleaning, or as is otherwise known in today's realm as detoxification, if you will. And this is just a general broad spectrum recommendation, but there are three areas. One is going to be in the areas of antioxidants. The other is going to be in the area of chemicals, in particular plastics, phthalates, forever chemicals, and then also with atrazine and glyphosate, otherwise known as Roundup. So we want to talk about those three areas, or at least I want to talk about them and tell you what I do and what I suggest you consider doing as well in order to keep your temple as clean as we possibly can. You know, admittedly, we can't excuse ourselves from the environment that we're in, but we can handle it. We can handle it, certainly, with the following suggestions I'm about to make. So the first one has to do with what's called the mother of all antioxidants, and that is glutathione. There's over, if you read in PubMed, which I do often, and it's basically all research and whatnot, there's over 100,000 citations regarding glutathione. Again, it's the mother of all antioxidants. And the formulation that I suggest and that I use actually has the ability to cross over the blood-brain barrier, and it reduces the antioxidants in the body. It's kind of like the rust of the body, if you will, rusting in your body that's eroding your organs, that is aging your organs internally and also externally as well. But the glutathione there, it's what I would suggest you're using each and every day in order to reduce the effects of the antioxidant ravaging in your body, and also to promote your longevity, and by doing so, help you to experience the best performance of your life. Now, look, with these two, I also want to tell you, I'm not going to get into depth, into deep detail regarding these three suggestions that I'm making. If you would, however, like more information, please, I always invite, you can contact our office either by phoning us or through the email, and let us know what your questions are, or write in the comment beneath the videos, and we will address them accordingly. Okay, I promise you, because again, our goal is to help you to achieve and experience the best performance of your life. The other one that we want to talk about, or that I want to talk about, is a formulation. It is the first formulation in the world that has the ability to digest, to break down the phthalates or the forever chemicals in your body. I'm sure that if you have been on the internet at all, or in other circles, you've been reading or been made aware of the phthalates, the forever chemicals, and how our environment, we are just polluted and whatnot, and these things are getting into our body at an alarming rate. However, there is an action that you can take. And so certain I am of these things that we have available a blood test that you can take in the comfort of your own home, by which will identify the categories of the plastics in your body, the sizes of the plastics, and by going through the detox based upon the findings of these results, we can go ahead and create that program for you using these compounds and at the end of which you can go ahead and do a retest looking at the metrics, comparing the before and the after, and you will undoubtedly see a vast reduction of the plastics that are in your blood as a result of using this enzyme formulation. But I do want to share a little bit more because it's not just limited to that, but it also helps in issues like asthma, ADD, ADHD, fertility problems. It eases the gluten and the lactose intolerance burden on the body as well. But again, I digress. I don't want to continue to get deeper into this as I have a habit to do. I just want you to know that, number one, I would suggest and I recommend what we use to as the mother of all antioxidants, the glutathione. I suggest and recommend that you get on an enzyme formulation that will reduce the phthalates, the forever chemicals in your body. And the third one that I use is a fulvic mineral compound. Again, I'm not going to get into it, but I will tell you why I use it, because it does reduce the amount of glyphosate, or AKA the, what's it called? The Roundup in your blood, and also the atrazine. And it's interesting to note that just a few weeks ago, I was reading some research where in the state of Florida, they were breaking down the foods and they were finding that the glyphosate was in different breads. So it's in the foods that we eat. Gee whiz, we can't escape it. And it's in a lot of foods that we would have never thought it would have shown up in, but nonetheless it is in the standard American diet and in others as well. So in order to offset the effects of these chemicals, that's what I use each and every day. So again, just a quick review. If you're interested, you let us know. We'll be able to help. Remember, I'm not making decisions for you. It's your body, it's your health, it's your decision. My obligation is to present to you what I think is going to be the most efficacious action to take or direction in which to head so that you can enjoy and experience the best performance of your life. First and foremost, it's going to be the mother of all antioxidants, the glutathione. You want to get it and make sure you get a good formulation. The other is going to be the enzyme formulation to reduce the plastics in your blood. And the third of which is going to address the amount of glyphosate and atrazine that you have in your blood. There's no doubt about it. If you live on the same planet that I currently walk on, then you've got these things in your blood, no doubt about it. So again, if you're interested, you let us know because we're here to help you. Remember, your body, your health, your decision for the best performance of your life. So until the next video, and as always, God bless.